that's a tough one, you know, but it's a part of the game. You know, you can kind of sense and feel a little bit of that going down the stretch there. You know, you play so well for so long, and you know, defensively you played so well for so long, and you know, just kind of something's got to give down the stretch. And you know, they give them credit. They made the plays when they had to make the plays, and you know, we didn't make the plays. And I think we panicked a little bit there in overtime. You know, but we'll figure out a lot of things from this. You know, the ball's bounced our way a little bit more this year. You know, we come out off a bye week, knew we had to play really clean, and you know, first 2 series, I mean, I don't know if you could play any sloppier than we did. So, you know, there's some things that you know, that we can get a lot better at and do differently to give ourselves a chance, you know, to have more success. And you know, it was a tough one for us.
See anything differently defensively on the last drive in the fourth and in overtime?
No, I mean, again, they just took shots, you know, and they made some plays down the field. And you got to give them some credit. You know, it's not like they held it a real long time. You know, they know that you got some guys up front that can get there, and they took the shots down the field, and guys made plays. I know we got beat on a double move there for the touchdown. You know, you call them 50-50 balls sometimes when guys playing man, and you throw them up. You know, they happened to not make them early in the game, and late in the game they made some plays. And you know, we got to do a better job of changing some things up at times too. But that's what it comes down to.
Their defense, you had a 100-yard rusher and a big long run for a touchdown, but they pretty much limited the passing game for the most part. How does that defense stand with the ones you've seen this year?
They did a great job. I mean, you know, they challenge you on the outsides, and you know, they mix it up and play some zone insides, and still take away the easy access throws. And you know, at some point in time, you got to make some plays down the field, and I think that's the difficult thing. You know, you got Desmond back there fighting for his life, and Mike running the football, and you know, we're doing what we do. But at some point in time, you know, if you can't loosen them up and make some plays down the field, it's going to be a struggle. But you know, again, we can't lose confidence, and I think that's where, you know, it's going to be a real test to us. You know, that we've had success so far, and the ability to not lose confidence, to still, hey, say that we were this close. You know, we made a lot of mistakes today. We didn't play very clean. We didn't play what we would say is very well. And you still were in the game with a good football team. I mean, that might be one of the better football teams we've played. You know, I said it from the get-go that the 3 guys they had outside at wide receiver, I don't know if we've seen 3 like it this year, and it showed late in the game.
How tough did the Temple pass rush job make it calling plays today? Did they really affect anything?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes, you know, there's a combination. It's not just a pass rush. It's the ability to be on guys outside that they do a good job of. The ability to mix some zone in there too. So, you know, so I don't know what the stats came down as. You know, if you can't protect the quarterback, it's going to be a long day. But I also think that when you can't make some plays down the field, I mean, I don't know that, you know, they did the greatest job protecting the quarterback at times too. But when you're taking shots down the field, how much time do you really need? You know, and what it comes down to is making plays. And give them credit. They made the plays down the stretch. You know, the wideouts went up and made plays down the stretch. And you know, I don't know that we took some of those shots and had the opportunity to do it, but we didn't.
What do you take away from this? You had a great start, 6-0.
It is what it is. You know, you can't get overwhelmed with being 6-0 and forget about, you know, the things that got you there. And we put an emphasis on. We talked about it. We addressed it. You know, this is an opportunity for us to quit worrying about the undefeatedness, the rankings, and really kind of go back to work. You know, we got a lot of football left to play. You know, we got a lot of young guys on this team, and we got some seniors that are playing their butts off. You know, and it would be an insult to those older guys to think that you know, it was just one half of a season. You know, so we'll find out a lot more about ourselves. We'll find out a lot more about the strength of that locker room that we've talked so much about in the first 6 weeks, from true adversity and our ability to stick together. I mean, there's no finger point, there's no blame. We do this thing together, and you know, that's how you get stronger, and that's how you get better.
Prior to today, the kicking game was 2 for 3 on field goals today, 1 for 4. Coming into this game, did you feel like the kicking game would play a big factor?
Yeah, I knew special teams was going to be a big factor. And I don't just mean the kicking game, I meant their return game. They've done a great job. You know, I thought we really did a good job on the returns. I know that he got out on a punt return that they ended up getting called back on a couple. think every flag on the field was out. But you know, the field goals, they hurt. You know, we make one there in the second quarter, and they take it off the board. And, you know, those things hurt. But you know what? They didn't panic. And I think that, you know, that's what you see, the growth of the maturity of what we've got. Yes, it's hard. You go in that locker room, it's really, really hard right now. But the growth to be able to overcome some of those things, we're getting a lot closer.